Welcome back to our monthly market report. Today we're diving into Airdrie's June 2025 market update. And let me tell you, this market is telling quite a story. Whether you're thinking of buying or selling or just curious where the market's at here in Airdrie, stay tuned. You're going to want to stick around and hear these insights. Let's jump right into the big picture. So June was a mixed bag for Airdrie. We saw a total of 164 total residential sales. That's actually down 22% from last June. So here's the kicker, is that inventory is up 20% to 324 listings, and we're seeing some interesting price movements that every homeowner needs to know about. The overall residential benchmark price is sitting at $538,300. Essentially, it's flat compared to last year. But don't let that fool you thinking that this market is boring. Detached homes continue to dominate Airdrie's market. It's making up over half of all the residential sales. Benchmark price for detached homes is sitting at $644,000, up 2% year over year. So here's what's really interesting is that we sold 81 detached homes in June, which is down about 36% from last June, but inventory is up 5%, so to 177 listings. So this is creating a months of supply of about 2.18. So still very much a seller's market for detached homes. Now here's the thing that gets really interesting, is semi-detached homes are absolutely flying off the shelf. So we're talking 31% more sales than last June, with a benchmark price of $507,400. That's up 3% year over year. So row houses are also performing well with 47 sales, up 4% from last year. They're sitting at about $384,400 for the benchmark price. These are becoming the sweet spots for many buyers. So with only 2.26 months of supply for semi-detached and 3.16 for row houses, if you're selling in this category, you're pretty much in the driver's seat. You're more so with the semi-detached than I would say the row houses. So let's talk about what's coming on the market. We had 324 new listings in June come on the market. That's up 20% from last year. This is actually good news for buyers who've been frustrated with the limited supply. We are seeing more homes on the market now. Overall, we're sitting at 3.16 months of supply. So that means 3 months is typically considered a balanced market. We are kind of in that sweet spot of a balanced market, maybe swaying a little bit more towards the sellers and the buyers market, but still in a balanced market. So it's good for buyers and sellers at this point. Looking at where the action is happening by price range, we're seeing the strongest activity between that $400,000 to $600,000 range. This aligns perfectly with the attached homes and the entry-level step-up homes. The luxury market, however, so these are homes over $700,000, we saw fewer sales, which isn't surprising given current interest rates and economic uncertainty. People are being a little bit more cautious when they're coming to buy these kind of homes. So zooming out to the year-to-date picture, we've had 936 total residential sales, down 12% from the first half of 2024, but new listings are up by 29% to 1,675, giving buyers more choice on this market than they've had in a very long time. The sales to new listing ratio is about 56%, which indicates we're moving more towards a balanced market. Great news for buyers, and sellers just need to be a little bit more strategic when you're pricing. So what does this mean all for you? For buyers, you have more selection than last year, and we're in more of a balanced market overall. Focus on attached homes if you want the best value, but be prepared to move quickly on any detached property. Sellers, price is everything. So especially in the detached market, your home will likely sell, but it might take a little bit longer than it would have last year. So professional staging, marketing, coming soon campaigns, these are all things that matter in this market right now. But here's the important thing. These stats are a general overview of the market. It's really important to reach out if you're looking to buy or sell. You really have to look in at the type of home that you're buying, the price point that you're looking at. Some of them are going to be in a seller's market. Some of them aren't. Some of them are going to sway more towards the buyer market. that's something that we can do. We can take a look into a deep dive into what your property is looking like, and we can let you know, are you in a seller's market? Are you in a balanced or in a buyer's market? How many days on market are these homes sitting? What's the average price point? We can look into that, so feel free to reach out or comment below if you really want to know what your home value is at. So as we head into the summer months, continue to look for more inventory just increasing here in Airdrie. If interest rates stabilize or reduce in any way, we might see a little bit more growth, a little bit more competition out there if you're looking at the buy side. We could see sales volume pick up drastically depending on what happens with those numbers. So that's your Airdrie market report for June 2025. If you want to know specifically where your home sits in today's Airdrie market, reach out to us and we can do a deep dive into your property. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and feel free to comment below. We read everyone. I'm Angie Hartman with the Property Sisters, and we'll see you around town.